Our pension is one of the biggest financial issues in our lives, but many of us find them completely baffling, and the amounts we might get seem tiny. Today, the government promised a radical shake-up of the state pension system. Everyone will now get a flat rate of £140 a week, bringing simplicity and fairness, say ministers. But to pay for it, some of us will be paying more than others. Here's our economics editor, Faisal Islam.
John, today's government green paper maps out an entirely new future for Britain's currently meagre state pension. You might call it a retirement revolution that stands to affect everybody in Britain who's not already drawing their pension. Take a look at how the current system works. There is a flat basic state pension. At the moment, a single pensioner receives just under £98 a week. That is well below the poverty line. So for the poorest pensioners, the last government topped it up through the pensions credit to about £133 a week. But this extra credit was means tested, and as a result, more than 1 million pensioners didn't even apply for it. So now the coalition wants everyone to get a new, higher basic state pension of £140 a week, which everyone gets with no need for top-ups. So it's goodbye to the pension credit. This will eventually take every pensioner above the poverty line, in theory, abolishing pensioner poverty. So there are clear winners. And remember, we are talking about future generations of retirees here. Poorer pensioners win by getting a little more, about £7 a week more. 1 million plus of those underclaimers benefit the most by the £40 a week that they weren't claiming. And separately, stay-at-home mothers, well, they'll find that their years looking after children will no longer decrease their state pensions. So everyone's a winner. Well, no, not for everyone. There will be millions of losers too. Going back to the current system, there's another way to increase that basic state pension of £98. Middle and high earners can double their state retirement pension through the state second pension, also known as SERPs, whereas you've paid more, you get more pension, up to about £200 a week. Now that is set for the chop. The state second pension abolished, and everyone will get that flat £140 a week, creating a band of losers there. But it doesn't end there. Millions of workers who currently opt out of the state second pension pay a lower rate of national insurance, 1.5 pence in the pound less. Under these plans, that process, known as contracting out, that ends as well. So millions of workers, including many public sector workers, could see a hefty tax rise, though they'd be rewarded with a better state pension. If you include the eradication of the even larger employers' national insurance break, there might be a hidden £6 billion a year tax rise for the Treasury in these proposals, and a minister has confirmed those figures to Channel 4 News. So, are we left with a revolution? A system that would be simpler, yes, but one with losers and winners for future generations of retirees. The plan to stir Britain to relearn the savings habit at a time when it's never been less lucrative. John.
Faisal Islam.